Hey everyone, welcome back for episode number 4, installment number 4, whatever number 4 of the pickups videos for spooky season 2024, aka shit I shouldn't be buying, but I did anyway. It's not like I really needed to add these movies as much as I do. I try to look for good deals, get them at thrift store, off eBay, used. But sometimes you just come across an Amazon deal that's too good to pass up, and then they lure you in with the recommended buying options, and you buy multiple ones at the same time. But I'm going to hold off. This is going to be the last one for a while. I do have one other, possibly a second purchase coming in. The one is something I'm really looking forward to. Pretty pricey, but that should be in around Halloween. Stay tuned for that. But without further ado, we're going to get into this. Now, after being inspired by the foreign zombie genre of the Blind Dead collection I have back there and picking it up, I wanted to dig back into some of the other foreign zombie films from the 70s around that time, and there was no better place to start with none other than Lucio Fulci. And the first movie that I did pick up was Zombie. This is one of my first, and a couple more here, 4K pickups, because typically I get these movies and rip them right to my computer, to my Plex, so I don't have to deal with the switching a disc and especially with these, the 4K player is my Xbox Series X, which is limited to here to the office. You can't see it, it's off screen here, so it's not like I can sit in the living room and the couch and watch these. I'm kind of confined here, so that's why I like doing that with the Plex and putting it up there. And unfortunately I don't have a 4K burner or reader writer at this time. Maybe coming soon, but for now I'm good. And this unfortunately doesn't have the Blu-ray copy. The special features are Blu-ray, and I did have Zombie previously on DVD, so I'll couple the special features with the already ripped DVD version for the time being until I get a better way to transfer this over. But I did watch this version, the 4K version of it, on the Series X, and it does look great. I'm going to try not to go down that slippery slope because it was pretty. It really was pretty, but I'm not upgrading anything. I'm still just going to look for, my main goal is I like special features, but other than that, just having the movie in the collection, that's what I'm always going to go for first. The cheapest way to obtain any movie. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, Zombie, it is a great film. I highly recommend you checking it out. The next one also comes from Lucio Fulci, because I was digging into it and I was seeing what they had available on Tubi and what I hadn't seen before. The first one I picked up was City of the Living Dead. The first one I watched on Tubi was City of the Living Dead, also known as Gates of Hell here in the US, originally released as that. And I saw somebody else talk about this specific version, and this is a great little set here. It's 3-disc, and you do have the Blu-ray version of the movie and the 4K version, as well as the special features. So this one did already get ripped up to Plex, but I did watch it. No, I haven't gone back and watched this one yet. My mistake. I do want to go back. The Tubi version, I believe, is at least HD, so it was good quality. Just you had the ads. Fun film, good film, part of a unofficial Gates of Hell trilogy. We'll dig into that a little more here as we move on to the next one. We have Fulci's The Beyond. This is all Blu-ray. This is pretty cool because it comes with the soundtrack, and this falls in the middle of the trilogy, and it's another good one. When we get to the third one here, because obviously, like I said, I had to buy them all together. This I'm trying to figure out where the last one fits into the Gates of Hell theme. We know in the first one, spoiler alert, that the priest hanged himself and hung himself, and that caused the Gates of Hell to be open. But we know that the inn in here is set on the Gates of Hell, like I was saying, so that explains that one. And then as we move to this next pick, The House by the Cemetery, which is the third one and the weaker one in my opinion, which is another no Blu-ray copy of it, save the special features, but I did have this in one of those big packs of movies that's not the greatest quality, but I have it nonetheless. So all these movies are on Plex in one shape or another. But anyway, going to the premise of the Gates of Hell, I'm not really sure. Maybe I missed it, but how that loose connection, I know this is all loose and they're not necessarily tied to it other than the Gates of Hell, but I didn't see a specific call out to this unless it's that grave that's inside the house. That was my best guess, and that's kind of like again, spoiler alert, a portal between the the land of the living, the land of the dead. That's my only assumption, that that is the gate of hell. But yeah, I wasn't sure, but it is the weaker of the three movies, but it's still not that bad of a movie. Next, we're getting into, these are just at Walmart because they were there, and I don't have them in the collection. I picked up the Grindhouse double feature of Planet Terror and Death Proof, which, if you're familiar, I believe Machete and Thanksgiving stemmed from made up trailers in these movies. Again, I don't know if I've ever actually seen the movies themselves. These may have been ones I attempted to when they came out and fell asleep and just never went back and watched them. But I definitely will be checking them out, especially with spooky season coming up. And the Rob Zombie Halloween. A lot of people don't like this film. I like it for what it is. I can separate the need for a backstory of Michael and the non-need. So for what it is, it's not bad. I enjoy it. It's been a while since I watched the second one. I'll have to watch that again this year, but I do like it, and I didn't have this on Blu-ray. I do have it on DVD, and it might have been just the special feature one. I know I had watched on YouTube over here last year. There's a 4-hour making of documentary, which is pretty interesting. So I don't know if that was on the DVD or not, but it is on here. So I added it to the collection. And to round everything out with the 70s zombie kick that I was on, this is Hell of the Living Dead. Now, this, just tying back to the City of the Living Dead, the one cover of that, I swear it's the same artwork. Maybe it was the same person who designed it. I didn't do any research into that. I'll try and get them up here on the screen. If I don't, you can let me know below if it is the same one. It looks like it's the same, at least Ted. Maybe flipped and maybe altered a little bit. But yeah, this, again, on Tubi. Another fun one, very close to like almost a Dawn of the Dead 1978 version with the whole police or army or SWAT team, whatever they were in here. But it's a fun ride. But I liked it for what it was. It's not the greatest movie, but it's fun. If you've never seen it, I recommend checking it out. But that is it for these pickups. There will be a little bit more coming soon, maybe one or two more things, unless I happen to be at a new thrift store and see new movies or something. I'm not going to go out of my way anyway to specifically buy anything. There's not anything on my radar at this point, but if something happens to cross my path, we have a Friday the 13th coming up here in September. So just like a Black Cat, if a random horror movie happens to cross my path, or I should cross its path, then I'm going to pick it up. That's all I got for now. Thank you for checking it out. If you like these kinds of videos, of course, you can check out this playlist here, which has the other 3 for this season and a few other random pickup videos in there if that's your thing. We'll see you on the next one.